Today I'm going to show you how to knit this collar dicky for women, this short front. I have cast on 30 stitches, the knitting needles number 6. The diameter is 6 millimeters. The diameter. Slip the edge stitch and knit all the stitches. We will be going to knit all the stitches, to knit by garter stitch. Now we are knitting the first row of knit stitches. We are knitting the first row till the end and purl the last edge stitch. Turn the work, slip the edge stitch and knit the second row. We knit all the stitches, and all the following rows must be knit stitches rows. We knit all over again, knit stitches. We're going to knit by garter stitch 60 or 70 centimeters length. I remind you that we knit by garter stitch. We knit all the stitches in all rows. We're knitting the second row till the end. And purl the last edge stitch. The width must be 20 or 25 centimeters. The width must be 20 or 25 centimeters. The length of our work must be 60 or 70 centimeters. Further, we are going to continue knitting by garter stitch. We have just knitted the work. The width is 20 centimeters and the length is 60 centimeters. Further, we are going to fold the upper part to the left and fold the bottom part to the right, this way, and sew these parts together. The length of the seam must be 11 centimeters. Here must be the seam, and the length is 11 centimeters. We have just sewn the seam 11 centimeters length. Further, turn our work out. Further, we may attach the buttons or a breast pin like this. To make it elegant looking. Here you can see the stylish and very beautiful collar dicky for women. Today I'm going to show you how to knit this lace rib stitch, this eyelet rib stitch. The report consists of 9 stitches plus 2 edged and of 4 rows in length. I have cast on 27 stitches plus 2 edged. Let's begin the first row. Slip the edge stitch, then purl 2, then knit 2, then yarn over, then knit 1, then slip 1 stitch onto the right needle, then knit 1, and then pass the slip stitch over the knitted stitch. Then purl 2. Here you can see the report of this row of 9 stitches. Further, we simply repeat this report. Purl 2, knit 2, yarn over, knit 1, slip 1 stitch, knit 1, and pass the slip stitch over the knitted stitch. And purl 2. We have just repeated the report the second time, 9 stitches. Repeat again. Purl 2, knit 2, yarn over, knit 1, slip 1 onto the right needle, knit 1, and pass the slip stitch over the knitted stitch this way. Purl 2 and purl the last edge stitch. We have just worked the first row. Turn the work and let's do the second row. Slip the edge stitch and work in pattern as the stitches look at you. Knit into the knits and purl into the purls, and purl the yarn overs as purl stitches. So we work in pattern as the stitches look at you. Knit into the knits and purl into the purls. Knit into the knits and purl into the purls. We purl the yarn overs as purl stitches and purl the last edge stitch. Turn the work and let's do the third row. Slip the edge stitch, purl 2, then these 2 stitches, these 2 knitted stitches, we knit them 2 together through the front leg. We knit them 2 together through the front leg. Then knit 1, yarn over, and knit 2 stitches and purl 2 stitches. Here is the report of the third row. Further, we simply repeat this report. Purl 2, knit 2 stitches together through the front leg, then knit 1, yarn over, knit 2 stitches and purl 2 stitches. We have just repeated the report the second time. Let's repeat it the third time. Purl 2, knit 2 stitches together through the front leg, knit 1, yarn over, knit 2, and purl 2, and purl the last edge stitch. Then turn the work and let's do the 4th row. Slip the edge stitch and work it in pattern. Knit into the knits and purl into the purls. We purl the yarn overs as purl stitches. So we knit into the knits and purl into the purls. We work in pattern as the stitches look at you. We purl the yarn overs also as purl stitches. Purl into the purls and knit into the knits and purl the last edge stitch. We have just worked the 4th row, turn the work, and further we simply repeat this report from the 1st to the 4th row. We repeat over and over again from the 1st to the 4th rows. So let's repeat again the 1st row. Slip the edge stitch, purl 2, knit 2, yarn over, knit 1, slip 1, knit 1, pass the slip stitch over the knitted stitch, purl 2, then repeat this report the 2nd time. Purl 2, knit 2, yarn over, knit 1, slip 1, knit 1, pass the slip stitch over the knitted stitch, purl 2. We have just worked the report the 2nd time. Let's repeat the 3rd time. Purl 2, knit 2, yarn over, knit 1, slip 1, knit 1, pass the slip stitch over the knitted stitch, purl 2, and purl the last edge stitch. Turn the work and let's repeat the 2nd row. Slip the edge stitch and work in pattern. Knit into the knits and purl into the purls as the stitches look at you. We purl the yarn overs as purl stitches. We work in pattern as the stitches look at you. Further, we simply repeat over and over again from the 1st to the 4th row as many rows as we need to reach the desired length. Finally, we have such lace ribbon, such eyelet rib. I wish you all good. If you like this, click like, visit my channel